Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. A lot of people ask, how do we identify the, uh, the where a good strong move is going to occur? There are power trade setups that are easily recognizable. As we see in the Dow today, it moved relatively flat, actually down. Still in an uptrend, but not in a rip-roaring uptrend. And the NASDAQ, as you can see, is moving sideways, kind of in a wedge formation. However, this does not diminish being able to find good, strong trades. There are what we call uh, power signals that can be found with simple, fast candlestick scans. For example, the best friend signal is a doji followed by a gap up. Call it your best friend because it has two strong indications. One, a very strong probability you're heading in an uptrend, and two, the magnitude of that uptrend is usually very strong. So anytime we see a setup like this, we know that we can stay long as long as it stays above the T line. That has occurred in WSAV today. Notice the doji gap up, kind of a double bottom situation, a best friend signal. The implication is there's a lot of power coming into the investor sentiment of this one. Look for more upside. The strongest individual candlestick signal is the kicker signal. As we pointed out in our recommendation on Oracle a few weeks ago, when the kicker signal occurs, it basically tells you there's a dramatic change of investor sentiment. This is the strongest individual signal out of the 12 major signals. Now remember, the 12 major signals are already cultivated down to the signals that are going to be the strongest out of the 50 or 60 candlestick signals in the candlestick universe. Those 12 major signals have two relevant factors. One, they all work extremely strong. And two, the frequency of those signals are that you're going to see them constantly. Whereas the other 50 or 60 signals in the candlestick universe, you may hardly ever see those. So anytime you see a kicker signal, basically it tells you investor sentiment has been dramatically kicked in the other direction. So we saw that today on HZNP. This just makes for a high probability trade that if they start trading positive, there's probably been a dramatic bullish change of sentiment, making this a strong uptrend potential. On the other side, on the bearish side, when you can see something like gold selling off like it is, this is just simple power trade logic. That if this gold is selling off and you have something like Kirkland Mining doing a dumpling top, remember, a dumpling top is just like a fry pan bottom in reverse. What are we looking for to signify the strong selling? Look at our little kicker type, bearish kicker type signal. This tells us if this trade's weaker, we've got the potential of a strong downtrend. Basically, wave one, wave two, wave three. Candlestick power trade setups is very simple logic. The more pieces of evidence you can put into your analysis, like a bearish or a bullish harami telling us the selling had stopped, doji, 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 your best friend signal telling you that new strength is coming in, plus being able to identify the flat handle telling us we've got a scoop pattern, and then when it breaks out, we've got a very simple trading strategy. You just stay long as it stays above the T line. That was the basis of our recommendation on RFP. Kind of a rounding bottoms, scoop type pattern, starting with a left-right combo morning star signal, followed by a gap up. And anytime you see a candlestick reversal signal, followed by a gap up, that not only tells you investor sentiment has changed, but now they want back in with great enthusiasm. They gap it up through the handle, do a doji sandwich, which a doji sandwich usually indicates more upside, more upside on this based upon this whole pattern tells us we've got a high probability of not only being in an uptrend, but a very strong uptrend. So this is not difficult logic. Whenever we're in a non-directional market, very simple scans, taking you probably less than 20 minutes each day if you're not knowing what you're looking for, and probably less than 5 minutes each day when you start becoming accustomed to recognizing the bullish and bearish signals. You're going to find the best trades for each setup for the next day in less than 5 to 10 minutes. So power trades are just common sense applications of a multiple number of indicators or signals that tell us there's a strong reversal of investor sentiment. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.